Green bubbles are hard to read on your iPhone? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Clean Tech, home of daily technology news and reviews, and today we're going to be talking about how to make those green bubbles easier to read on your iPhone. Today's video is brought to you by Clean Router. More on them at the end of the video. So how exactly do you make green bubbles easier to read on an iPhone? Green bubbles signifying text messages that can be tough to parse on an iOS running device, which would be an iPhone, obviously. A feature in settings changes the green color for the better. Let's jump right in and see how exactly you would go about doing that. Apple probably won't be fixing the green bubble problem anytime soon because that's something that comes from their competitors, and they want to lock everyone and everything into their ecosystem, or in this case in particular, iMessages. But over the weekend, while scrolling Reddit, this user found an awesome setting that at least makes green text a lot easier to read on their iPhone, thanks to the publisher oishiirecipe for sharing the steps. By default, any text you send to a device that doesn't have iMessage turned on shows up as a harsh, bright green bubble. And that's, in most cases, Android running devices. It's a very obvious signal that you aren't texting somebody with an Apple device and losing out on things like smoother group chats and snazzy message effects. Frankly, those green texts can also be difficult to parse, something Google has pointed out on its, quote, "getting the message" website. And obviously, that's just something that's gonna be a conversation point until and unless Apple decides to do something about it, because that's where the problem is at. To make green text more readable, you'll have to dive a bit into your iPhone settings, but the option is easy to turn on once you know where to look. Here's how to do it. Open the Settings app, tap Accessibility, scroll down to the bottom of the Accessibility menu, and tap Per App Settings. After that, simply tap Add App and then search for or tap Messages. Messages will now appear on the Per App Settings page. Tap it and then tap Increase Contrast Turn On. Then hop on over to the Messages app to find the last conversation where you send text instead of iMessages. Instead of neon green, your messages will be a darker forest green, and from the looks of it in the screenshot, looks much easier to read. I'm sure most of you guys will agree out there. So if you know a lot of people that aren't necessarily on iMessages, and you get lots and lots of green bubbles from them, or text messages from them, this is something that you can toggle that's natively baked into your iOS that can overall smoothen the reading experience of those messages. Note that this setting increases contrast across the Messages app, so you may notice a few other changes as well. iMessages are a much darker blue, for example, and the border around the text input field has a more visible outline. I think overall it looks quite clean and is readable enough, and so therefore I would not mind it. Now, if only Apple would add support for RCS, or Rich Communication Service, that'd just be golden. But I think we might be waiting a while before we actually see any kind of implementation on that from Apple. Rich Communication Service is basically, imagine everything that iMessage is capable of in layman's terms, and having that natively supported on an Apple device for green bubbles or Android or text messages. So that's basically what Apple supporting RCS would mean. But yeah, it's nice to see that something like this is available. I mean, I definitely am one of those people who still to this day texts a lot, like SMS, text messages. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. So if this video has helped you out in any way, shape, or form, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Clean Router is the only router you will ever need because it allows parents to easily manage all the devices in their homes and stop internet pornography. It's simple and easy to use, doesn't slow down the internet, and allows you to block pornography, gambling, and anything else that you don't want your kids to see using the 7-layer IntelliFilter. Logs all activities per device. It also allows you to put time restrictions, get email reports, and gives you the ability to block content by keywords and even filters YouTube. Check them out in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.